Okay, I wasn't even gonna do an intro for this reading, but my spirit guides are telling me that there's gonna be a bunch of triggered people in the comments. So, disclaimer, if you're watching this reading about someone who you've already made up your mind about, you already feel like this person's toxic, why are you here? That's my question. This reading's for the people who are unsure of whether or not someone is a toxic person or whether or not someone's just going through something or whatever. Okay, this is not for those of you who are looking for someone to reaffirm to you that this person has done you wrong, whoever you're asking about. Because I just feel like there's a bunch of people who just don't understand how tarot works, who's going to come across this reading. Please leave this reading for the people that it's for. It's not for you. Okay, if you've already made up your mind about someone being the worst person on earth, okay, you feel that way. Why are you here? Okay. Anyway, on with the reading. Okay, part one. Is this person toxic or not? Let's see. So I'm gonna look at why you may be asking this question in the first place, or why you may be curious to see if they're toxic or not, because clearly there's something that this person said or done to make you think that way. So the first card out is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. We've got Page of Cups. I feel like, yeah, Two of Cups. Literally, relationship. This is going to be like something to do with relationships. Four of Wands is about a happy environment or a happy home or achieving something together. Two people achieving something together through teamwork and hard work. Four of Wands is also about celebration after hard work. You know, this is the time when everybody can celebrate what they've achieved as a team. Then we've got the Page of Cups, which is about, usually when it comes to connections, it's about crushes or a new interest, a new romantic interest. And we've got the Two of Cups, which is literally about connections, a connection between two people, a relationship. So yeah, the reason why you may be asking why this, whether or not this person is toxic or not, is due to something to do with their connections. I have a feeling that some of you may feel like this person's very easily distracted, or but this Page of Cups is making me, because it's the page, right? It's immature. So this person could be someone who is very immature when it comes to relationships. They might not be the types of people who like to put in hard work or groundwork into something, but they want to bear the fruits, or they want like a happy connection with people, but without putting in the work needed to create some type of stability. That's what I'm seeing. Then we've got the Two of Cups as well, which makes me feel like it's like this person you could be viewing this person as someone who, I'm hearing the word ordained, like maybe you feel like you and this person are ordained to be together, but at the same time, this person seems distracted in some type of way. We got the Devil, literally, the card about toxicity. I feel like you're questioning whether or not this person's a toxic partner or a toxic person in relationships. Yeah, I think that's mainly what most of you are questioning, whether or not this person's a toxic partner or toxic in their relationships, whether or not they're a player with this Page of Cups and this Devil coming out. So let's see. Please answer the question, spirits. Is this person toxic or not? We've got the Ten of Pentacles. I heard legacy. We got Three of Wands. This person's focused on building a legacy, building their own legacy, or building something within their life that they can leave behind, something that's very well established. With this Three of Wands here, it's like their back is turned to, I don't think that this person takes relationships or connections with other people very seriously, because they're too busy focused on the material realm. With this Ten of Pentacles, they're too busy focusing on work or finances to take connections with other people seriously, to take romance or anything seriously. Then we've got the World card. This person could also travel a lot. with the Three of Wands and the World, because the Three of Wands can also be about travel. This person could be looking to achieve certain goals and aspirations overseas or internationally. Maybe they plan to move overseas, and that's why they're not really taking any people that they meet here seriously. I feel like this person is just very much not very focused on other people, on connections. They just don't see connections as a priority. So they're distracted with work, or distracted with, trying to build something, trying to build a legacy, or trying to do something for the family. This person could, for some of you, be part of a family business, and that's what they're really focused on. Or they could be focused on going back to family overseas for some of you. Then we've got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this person also has the energy of being very hurt, and it's almost like they're just tired. They're tired of toxicity. They're tired of toxic people themselves. They're tired of toxic connections themselves, and so they might be dealing with this by just keeping things at a very surface level with people and not really taking people seriously, because they've taken people seriously in the past before and they've experienced devil energy. They've been on the receiving end of that. They've experienced toxicity at the hands of another person that they were in some type of connection with, or multiple times really, with this Nine of Wands. This person's still hurt. They're still healing from that. I don't think they're actively healing though. They're just mainly focusing on the material realm, on work. Maybe this is why they're focusing on working so much or accumulating their money so much, because they've been hurt in connections. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to turn my back on these connections because clearly there's nothing here for me. Let me just focus on myself, on building my life, on achieving my goals. Because I feel like this person has very big goals. Very big goals, and they're very work oriented. That could be how they're kind of like trying to heal or trying to move on from whatever or whoever's hurt them. With this World card as well, I'm hearing that they're just kind of done with connections. They're done with serious connections or committed relationships. They're done with connections that apply to that kind of like require you to tap into emotions. So this person might just be very surface level. They might only have hookups or something like that. So I don't think that this person's toxic. With the Seven of Cups, yeah, I'm seeing why you thought that this person's a player. It's because they have so many options themselves in terms of other people, but that's simply just because they don't take things seriously. And I don't think that this is the type of person to manipulate either. I think that they're very upfront about not wanting a relationship, not taking people seriously in connections, only wanting maybe sex or temporary company. So if you feel like you're on the receiving end of unfair treatment from this person, it's simply because you just haven't listened to what they've said. You for some reason think that you can change this person's mind, which is kind of showing a bit of your control issues for those of you who that resonates with, because you're kind of trying to overstep their boundaries when you already know that they're not serious about people. They're not interested in an emotional connection. They're not interested in anything with depth. They've made that very clear. I don't think that this person's a liar at all. King of Cups behind that Seven of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles and Justice. Yeah, literally truth. Justice and the Lovers behind that. They speak the truth. And the Death card behind that. So for some of you, this connection could have already ended with this person because someone spoke the truth. And I have a feeling that it was this person. For those of you that resonates with, you feel hurt by this person. But I feel like I'm hearing reiteration. The truth that they were speaking to you was just a reiteration of what they already made clear. It's just you decided to not listen to them the first time round. So I have a feeling that For a lot of you in this pile, don't take this if it doesn't resonate, but for a lot of you in this pile, you knew that this person didn't want a committed connection, but for some reason you thought that you could find a manipulative way of trying to convince them, or make them change their mind to choose you. And that I think that this person put in place a boundary with this Justice card and Death here. Yeah, they probably put an ending to this. With this Four of Pentacles here, I'm hearing that they don't like to feel smothered as well. So if you were acting possessive over them, that probably made them run away even more. They don't like feeling like they're a possession. See, usually I'd pick up on toxic energy in a situation like this from the person that I'm reading on, but I'm picking up on more toxic energy from you guys watching. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it seems like you guys thought that you could manipulate this person into wanting something that they've made clear that they don't want. That's coercion. That's not okay. So, yeah. Take it as it resonates. Don't take that message about coercion if you know for a fact that you guys were on the same page. I feel like that message about coercion is for the people who have an unfavorable opinion of this person. Like, they don't like this person. They feel a type of way negatively about this person, but really it's because they've hurt their own feelings. Whereas for others of you, you don't have a negative view of this person because you're on the same page as this person. You may not want a committed relationship either, or at least not with them. And so you're on the same page. There's no issues. You're just maybe questioning, are they a player? Are they a bit toxic? Do they like to play people? The answer is no. I don't think they even have the consciousness I don't think they have the time to focus on playing people. Their time is too busy filled with work and trying to achieve materialistic and financial goals. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile 1. If that reading resonated with you, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading to see if this person is toxic or not. So first I'm going to look at why you may think that this person's toxic in the first place, because there must be a reason why you're questioning them. So why does pile 2 think that this person is toxic in the first place? Too many cards. Why does pile 2? Okay, 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups. I'm hearing that this person's not interested in something that you're trying to offer them. Some type of romantic interest. This person is keeping themselves to themselves. I don't think that they're interested in anybody right now. But yeah, they're ignoring any offer of friendship or love or any type of connection. They just kind of want to stick to themselves. There's an energy that you could view this person through. Like, it's almost like you could view this person as someone who's being stubborn in some type of way by not accepting this cup of love or this friendship. What else? Why does pile 2 think that this person's toxic? Or maybe toxic? 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is usually about learning something new. You may feel like you've seen something about this person that you didn't see before. Clarify this 3 of Pentacles. What is it that pile 2 feels like they've seen? What is it that pile 2 thinks that they've seen about this person? 8 of Swords, I got the feeling. So you may feel like you've seen some sort of... Oh, 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I was feeling 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy before they even came out. So you may feel like you've seen this person's poor mental state, something that you didn't realize before. Behind that 9 of Swords is the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe you feel like you've learned that this person is, with this 8 of Swords specifically, quite either insecure, or this person is very much bound by their insecurities, what their negative self-talk says to them, With the Nine of Swords here, I feel like you might feel like you've learned that this person is actually very mentally tormented and they feel like they are in lack in some type of way. I say lack because of this Five of Pentacles. Like, you may feel like you've seen how this person could feel left out, or you could feel like this person is not in the best of health, especially mental health with this Eight of Swords and this Nine of Swords. But this isn't feeling like, I mean, seeing someone as someone who just wants to stick to themselves and who may have some like mental health issues doesn't equal toxic. So that's why I'm a bit confused about why this would even make you feel like this person could be toxic. I just saw the Ace of Swords, and I have to say, I feel like some of you might be taking the fact that this person doesn't want to be around you personally. You might be taking the fact that this person doesn't want to be your friend, or doesn't want to accept your cup of friendship or love. You might be taking that personally. And you might be salty, to be honest. Let's just call a spade a spade. You might be hurt, you know, with this Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you may be hurt. You may be overthinking this. This person just... It's like you're sensitive to rejection in some type of way, and you feel rejected by this person. You feel like this person's rejecting you. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're toxic. So I don't know if you're just like salty or what, but I don't know. Let's see though. Let's ask, is this person actually toxic? I feel like there's either a lot of cross-watchers here in this reading just in general, because I got the same cross-watcher energy from part 1. I'm also seeing 444 on the timer. Wow, 444 on the timer and 444 on the clock as well. Wow. Yeah. So that could be a confirmation for some of you. But why... No, what was I gonna ask? Oh, is this person toxic? Is this person toxic, Spirit? Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is about a new opportunity, new action, or new ideas. Can also be about new beliefs. At least that's how I read one's energy, as beliefs sometimes. Can also be about new inspiration, new excitement. Two of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Is this person toxic? I feel like this person actually is... I feel like this person is actually quite excited to connect to people and form connections usually. But with this Hanged Man coming out, the Hanged Man is about seeing things in a very different light. Or seeing things from a different perspective that you never had before, for the sake of seeing enlightenment. There's something here about you guys needing to see this person in a very different light. Your own insecurities could be getting in the way of this, and you need to find a way to detach yourself from your own insecurities that are making you feel like this person's toxic due to your sensitivity to the feeling of rejection. But with this Ace of Wands and this Two of Cups, I'm seeing that this person is actually someone who's quite excited to develop new connections with people, but I feel like they're keeping themselves in a period of isolation and introspection, because they feel like they need to do this in order to see something. Clarify this Hanged Man. Why? What do they feel like they need to see, or what caused them to look for these answers? 10 of Wands, burdens. Burdens. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They were overburdened. I don't know if they felt overburdened in this connection with you. I have a feeling that that is the case for a lot of you. They just felt like this connection was way too much. So it's not that they don't like connecting with other people. It's not like they're not interested in connecting with other people. It could just come across that way because they're cutting out everyone currently, because they feel like they've taken on too many responsibilities on behalf of other people. And now it's like they're putting themselves into isolation in order to reevaluate things. So if you put a lot of responsibilities onto this person, then you aided in this, okay? You aided in pushing this person into this introspection. If you were not one of these people who were overburdening this person, maybe it was someone else or multiple other people, and so they decided to just isolate themselves from everyone in order to reevaluate how they deal with connections and what they take on in connections in terms of energy and responsibility. Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oh, and with that being said, so yeah, some of you are just taking this personally. They're isolating themselves, but not because of you. Not necessarily. They could be isolating themselves because of someone else. And for others of you, this person felt like this connection with you was very burdensome for them. They just felt like they had too many responsibilities in this connection, in this friendship, in this relationship, whatever it may be. And they just felt like they needed to come back to center and see something in a very different light. They felt like they needed to see how they take on other people's problems, I'm hearing, in a very different light. One last card, please. Is this person toxic? Is this person toxic? 10 of Pentacles. I'm hearing peace with that. And that's weird because I wouldn't usually hear that. A lot of introspective energy though coming out. But with this 10 of Pentacles here, no, this person isn't toxic. They just want peace. And if your connection or friendship with them was not peaceful, if it was bringing drama to them, drama into their lives, then no, they're not toxic. I feel like, why do I feel like cross watchers are watching here? Because it's like you guys, for those of you who know deep down, I don't care if you get triggered, okay? Go argue with your mother, your father, your sibling, whoever, if you get triggered, okay? You only get triggered when something resonates, but you don't like the truth, okay? Anyway, for a lot of you listening, I feel like you guys are people who put this person under a lot of stress, under a lot of responsibility and burdens that really they shouldn't have had to take on. It's almost like burdens and responsibilities that you should have been helping them with, problems that you should have been helping them with a lot more, you just placed onto their shoulders solely. And it's almost like you're seeing them as toxic because they chose to save themselves from drowning and from being weighed down by all of these burdens. And now you're seeing them as toxic, and that's toxic in itself. It's almost like you feel like this person doesn't have the right to save themselves, like they don't have the right to not take on your burdens. Check yourself, please, especially the cross watchers watching, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of cross watchers watching, so I'm prepared for the influx of triggered comments. Please boost me in the algorithm, thank you. But that's what I'm saying for you guys, power to. If this one, if you can't relate to you know, burdening this person, then it's almost like this person is burdened by other people in their lives, maybe particularly by a relationship or romantic connection. And so as a result, they're just isolating themselves from everyone, including you. And it's not you personally, it's nothing to do with you personally, but yeah, they just want to, with this 10 of Pentacles, they want to stabilize their life. They want to rebuild their life to be a lot more stable. They want to transform burdens into blessings, I'm hearing. They want to transform this energy of feeling burdened into a lot of stability. And so that's what they're focused on in this isolation. So take it as it resonates. Okay, there's a pile of you who are not audacious enough to feel like this person should just take on all your problems without complaint. Then others of you are audacious enough to feel that way. Okay, like I said, for those of you who do have the audacity to feel that way, please check yourselves. Thank you. Anyway, that's what I'm saying for you guys, Power 2. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi, Power 3. Welcome to your reading to see if this person is toxic or not. So first I'm going to look at why you think this person is toxic in the first place, or why you're questioning whether or not they're toxic. So let's see. Why is Power 3 questioning whether or not this person is toxic? Why is Power 3 questioning whether or not this person is toxic? 4 of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. So the Four of Pentacles is usually about holding on to something or someone very tightly. It can also be about financial stability, but holding on to something that makes someone feel stable. The Fool is about a brand new beginning. It can also be about reckless decisions or just having blind faith in something. And the Queen of Swords here is a feminine energy that's very clear, direct, honest, and truthful, sometimes even blunt. So with this Four of Pentacles, I'm hearing that you guys could view this person or feel like this person's very possessive in some way, or like they're overprotective, either overprotective or possessive in some type of way. With this Fool card, I feel like this is talking about their overall energy because it's a major arcana. So this person could just be they could make very reckless decisions. Let me pull another card to clarify this. Why is Power 3 questioning whether or not this person's toxic? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, literally, I feel like, okay, Eight of Pentacles is about hard work, persistence, okay? For some of you with this Four of Pentacles, this is your energy. With the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, you're working really hard at trying to maintain a stable connection with this person, or you're trying really hard to like perfect, I'm having yourself for some of you for this person, while they're acting like a fool, they're acting reckless. With the Queen of Swords here, if you're the feminine energy here, I feel like you've already spoken your truth. You've already spoken some type of truth. You've already been very clear, direct with this person about some of their reckless behavior or reckless decisions or foolish behavior. Maybe even about their inability to move forward. Because for some of you, this person... Okay, so for some of you, this person, they're very reckless when it comes to making moves in life. They don't think before they act. For others of you, this person doesn't take on new journeys of life. With this Four of Pentacles, they hold themselves back. They keep themselves small and hold themselves back in fear of moving forward because they struggle to have faith. And you might have spoken to this person about how they need to work harder at trying to improve their life. For others of you, this person is very reckless and you're just saying that they need to... I feel like you've communicated in some way, shape or form to this person about how they need to be more responsible in some type of way. And that might have fallen on deaf ears, you feel. But now we're going to look to see... Actually, let me pull one more card to add on to why you feel like this person may be toxic. So I'm picking up on possessive energy as well as stagnant energy from this person. This person could definitely stay stagnant in life within the practical areas of their life, but yet they make such reckless decisions. So for those of you, for a lot of you actually, this person could both be stagnant but also reckless with their decisions at the same time. And it doesn't matter how much advice, how much truth you speak, how much guidance you try and give, how much truth and honesty you give, they still don't improve. One more card for why Pile 3 may feel like this person's toxic. One more card. Three of Pentacles. Literally, this person could come... You know what I'm feeling? This is a really annoying energy, so I understand why you guys are questioning this person. With the Three of Pentacles here, Three of Pentacles is usually about studying, learning, teaching, working in a group to study, learn, or teach. And with this Queen of Swords, I feel like you are a point of guidance for this person, or you're the person that speaks truth to this person. Especially in moments... Let's clarify this Queen of Swords. Clarify this Queen of Swords. Clarify this Queen of Swords. King of Wands, King of Cups, and Ace of Cups. Wow, this, okay, you could speak truth about this, about masculines, about this, maybe some type of connection that this person has to masculines in their life, to perhaps new people that they're dating. This could be the area of life where they become very reckless. So this is the type of person to like waste their time being reckless for the sake of chasing after a masculine, but not focus on themselves. Like their practical life could be a mess. They might not have a job. They might be in financial lack. They might not be happy with their job. They might not be secure within themselves as an individual. They might need to heal themselves a lot. But all of these things are overlooked. They just focus on making reckless decisions when it comes to love or relationships, particularly with masculine people. And with this Eight of Pentacles and this Three of Pentacles next to the Queen of Swords, this is giving me the energy of somebody who like will come to you for guidance or advice again and again because of situations that they find themselves in due to their reckless behaviors or their foolish decisions. And you could give all the advice in the world and they still don't listen. You could feel like they don't try. Like you could feel like they're wasting your time. So moving on, is this person toxic? Is this person actually toxic? 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, the Hanged Man. This person burdens themselves. 10 of Wands is a card about being overburdened, but I'm hearing that they burden themselves. They choose to take on a bunch of burdens and responsibilities that they don't need to take on. With a Hanged Man here. Okay, the Hanged Man is usually about seeing something in a very different perspective. 8 of Swords came out here. This person has a lot of insecurities, a lot of mental health issues perhaps as well. They have a lot of, but I'm feeling low self-esteem from this. They have a lot of mental health issues that affect their self-esteem or that affect how they feel about themselves. This is someone who, I'm hearing distraction looking at this 10 of Wands. So this person could distract themselves from doing this Hanged Man energy, from doing this introspective work and enlightening themselves about something about themselves, especially related to their insecurities or, you know, their low self-esteem. They could distract themselves from this through burdening themselves. This person might not be able to be alone because they don't want to see how insecure they are or all of their personal issues. So they decide to, with this 10 of Wands, put a bunch of burdens on themselves that they don't need to put on. But it's like, I feel like these burdens are affecting you or the people around them because they make these burdens your problem in some type of way. It's like they pose as like someone in this Three of Pentacles energy, someone who wants to learn to be better and do better, but they don't do better because doing better would require them to be alone, and they can't stand to be alone because they can't stand to take a good hard look at themselves. So they distract themselves by literally burdening themselves and their lives, causing problems for themselves. And I feel like this is through masculine people. With the King of Wands and the King of Cups and Ace of Cups that came out, I feel like you've given this person, you spoke the truth to this person a lot about men in their lives. If this is a masculine themselves, you've spoken a lot about who they are as a man and what's required for them to, maybe you could have just been honest about like the fact that they needed to do a lot of self-work if they wanted to be a masculine that was ready for some type of relationship. But that would require self-introspection and self-work, and they avoid that. This person, for some of you, especially if this person is masculine, this 10 of Wands could definitely talk about how they burden themselves with a literal work. Yeah, with this 8 of Pentacles here as well, they could distract themselves through working. So for those of you who are inquiring about a feminine person, I feel like this person, they invest more energy into connections with masculines that seem to be, I just feel like you see them as a foolish person for even investing energy into these masculines a lot of the time. For others of you who are questioning a masculine, this person distracts themselves through hard work, literal work, through making money. Either way, no matter who you're asking about, they avoid doing deep introspective work, and so this Eight of Swords energy persists. They're going to continue to be insecure. They need to work on their insecurities, but they're avoiding doing this. Is this person toxic? Is this person a toxic person? Wheel of Fortune came out. Clarify this Wheel of Fortune, please. Two of Pentacles. Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So is this person toxic or not? Wheel of Fortune is usually about cycles or a huge change in cycles. A complete overhaul I'm hearing. And the Two of Pentacles is usually about maintaining balance. Yeah, this person maintains the cycles that they're in. And this is a negative cycle, which I wouldn't usually pick up on from the Wheel of Fortune. It's usually quite an abundant energy, but I feel like this person, they maintain the cycle of staying an insecure person, staying someone who burdens themselves unnecessarily, all as a distraction to avoid having to be by themselves, be alone in their energy, and take a good hard look at themselves. So I would say that this person is toxic. Mainly, does this person want to get better though? Yes or no, Spirit? Does this person would genuinely want to get better? Because some people genuinely want to get better, they just don't know where to start. So we'll see. We've got the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Pentacles, with the Page of Cups, Nine of Swords behind that, and the Three of Swords. This person has been very hurt. They feel like they've been betrayed again and again and again. Maybe a particular earth sign masculine, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn man has, maybe, I'm hearing final nail in the coffin, like maybe a love interest with this Page of Cups coming out, who is a masculine earth sign man, betrayed them, and that was like their last resort. I mean, not their last resort, the final nail in the coffin. Ten of Swords clarified by the Nine of Swords. This is not a good spread. And the Three of Swords here. The High Priestess to me would usually hold an energy of power, but I'm not feeling empowered energy. This is someone who feels very disempowered because they feel like they've been constantly backstabbed, especially by masculine people. With the Page of Cups here, I feel like this person is immature in love or immature in their emotional maturity. And they have like a very childlike way of perceiving what love can do for them. They think that, I feel like this is a feminine for most of you, who believes that love will fix all of her problems, and she's proven herself wrong time and time again, and during the process she's traumatized herself, okay, by leaving herself vulnerable and open to masculines who have no problem backstabbing her, hurting her repetitively. And with this Queen of Swords coming out earlier, next to the Eight of Pentacles, you could have spoken truth to this person about how they really need to work on themselves and work on their personal issues that cause them to keep themselves in these types of situations. But they didn't listen. You feel me? So, I'm picking up on a huge victim complex energy though, because it's not like after this Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords and Three of Swords, like I'm seeing this person decide, you know what, I'm gonna get my shit together, enough's enough. Like, no, I just feel like they're playing, that they have a huge victim mentality. So this person's definitely toxic, but it's because they've been betrayed, traumatized, and hurt. Their toxicity is a victim complex, a perpetual victim complex. Do they have any intentions of working on themselves in the future, Spirit? Yes or no? Two of Cups. They're just going to repeat the same cycles, unfortunately. They're going to go right back to trying to form connections. They're going to skip over the self-work, go right back to trying to form connections with people without doing any type of personal work on themselves. One more clarifying. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Oops, some cards fell. Hold on. So the card that fell was the Knight of Wands, literally the card about moving recklessly, which is literally the same energy as the full energy that I saw earlier on for why you were even thinking that this person may be toxic, because they just seem so reckless without a care in the world of who they impact with their recklessness, how they impact themselves. They're mainly toxic towards themselves more than anyone else, but I feel like their toxicity spills over to other people and affects other people. But yeah, Three of Swords, Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands for will they work on themselves in the future? The answer is no. They're just going to rush into relationships again. They might be taking a break now because they're in a victim complex and a woe is me energy. Oh, why does everybody betray me? Why does nobody love me? Why does no man love me? If this is a masculine, they're just going to go right back to being in very surface level sexually charged relationships, but relationships without much depth, and they're not going to bother working on themselves. This masculine might be someone who believes that they can just, that all they need for a relationship is just money and that's it. But no, this person's not going to change anytime soon, okay? Like I said, with that Wheel of Fortune coming out, this person, that Wheel of Fortune clarified with the Two of Pentacles, this person is maintaining the same cycle that they're in now, or that they've been in up until now. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile 3, I would say that this person is definitely toxic, mainly towards themselves though. This person holds themselves back in life, and as a result, that negativity affects the people around them. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Pile 3, and I'll see you in the next reading.